needs to hear this, but the gospel is not primarily about inclusion. I know people are not going to like that, but the primary purpose of the gospel, the good news of salvation, is actually not about our inclusion and belonging in church life. Don't get me wrong, that is still an essential part of Christianity. However, the gospel is primarily about Jesus, about our need as sinful people in a fallen world for our Savior. The gospel is about the sinless life of Jesus, his death by crucifixion, and then his resurrection for our atonement. It's about our reconciliation to a holy, perfect God. So yes, inclusion is absolutely an essential part of church belonging. That's secondary. A person can feel very included in a church community and yet still not be walking with Christ. Inclusion is not indicative of salvation at all. So when I see a lot of people advocating for disability inclusion in the church, is that necessary? Yes. I do think that churches need to do a better job about disability inclusion. Sure. But that is not more important than the gospel. Inclusion alone is not salvation. And inclusion is not indicative of salvation. Like I said, somebody could be very much included into a church community, yet not be saved at all. And on the other hand, someone who does not feel like they belong within the community might be walking very closely with Christ, maybe even more so than many others in that group. So when you are thinking of doing something like a disability ministry, should you do it? Sure. If you have the means and you want to do that, go for it. But that is secondary to the actual gospel. Our atonement, our reconciliation to God through Jesus Christ alone, that is the purpose of the gospel. That is primary over anything else, even inclusion.